our
What,
best.
our what, Jeremiah? What do we still have?
Jeremiah, you
don't
picked
know.
the exact
Oh.
wrong moment to start talking.
I like it how as soon as, just so you guys know, before we go live, I do count down, and every stream has not failed for like ever since we've been doing Roll20, where I'm counting down and people are like 3, 2, hey Jesus. I'm not pressing a button. We going live, bro. What was your question, Jeremiah? What was your
No,
question?
it's not a question. It's because on my Roll20, our blueprint is still up.
Oh no.
So I thought on the stream.
Did I not move you guys to the? No, I didn't. Oh, okay.
No, you didn't.
No,
That's a valid.
We have a
Phil,
secret blueprint that we don't want to show people for our Friday.
You mean this secret blueprint for everybody for Friday's game? They're strategizing. All right, and okay.
I saw a pretty well drawn phallic organ.
Oh
right
yeah,
there.
Godzilla. Yeah, Godzilla's.
Yeah.
Godzilla was totally the phallic
Gojira.
orc.
Gojira.
Of course.
Uh,
I'll show you my Gojira. No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
Anyway.
we already have feet on the internet, guys.
Oh my god.
Forewarning, don't ever post your feet on the internet because it's so hi guys, welcome to the Divine and Conquer's Hogwarts Prep. This is a 5th edition game using the Harry Potter, the Wizarding World. It is currently the year 1944 and things are happening. I almost slammed my water really hard.
Don't do that.
I will try my best not to. So yeah, hi guys. Welcome to tonight's stream. I'm very excited to see what happens. Both this. No, next stream is not. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna start in the middle of a fight. I'm just pre-warning you, Neff. You are starting first, I believe. So have fun. Think about what you're gonna do. But yeah, let's go through our announcements. Thank our friends, and then introduce ourselves, and then get into the stream. Before I do, does anyone have anything special that they needed to say or wanted to add or anything? No.
I hope we don't get cold.
I do.
I'm sorry. I brainstormed so many like cold puns just for this.
Look at this. So, Ryan, I will fire you in a minute. But first of all, look at that poster. Look at that beautiful artwork.
Oh, yeah, look at this.
Yeah, look at that. So, artwork that you can get at our shop if you go down below, which we have like mugs and posters and stickers and thermos, I don't know what they're called, and other things, tote bags and children's onesies. Apparently, if you have a child and you want our logo on your child, because your child needs advertisement. I don't know, but yeah, we just picture
Shirts like this.
Oh, look at that shirt! Look at that beautiful shirt. Yeah, it's we have all that stuff below. And also, speaking of merch, our friends at Talent Claw have these really cool dice trays. Oh, there you go. And then they also have these cool dice vaults, like this one that holds 2 sets of dice. This one that holds 1 set of dice. They have these cool hexagon engravings, indentions, those things, whatever they're called. They're pretty. They're cool. And if you go down below to their Etsy and use the code Divine Conquer, get 10% off, which is cool. Other cool thing. Wait, what am I doing? Oh, I have a specific way how I put my dice on this desk because there's cables and I don't like cables touching my hands. So another cool thing that Talon Claw is doing right now is they're doing a Kickstarter that got successfully funded, and it's amazing. And
is this for the dice or for the whiskey?
Yeah, the whiskey dice vaults. You can get like standard size ones. You can get slightly bigger ones, and you can get engravings on them. It is cool. If you just
can I age my whiskey in it?
Yes.
Oh man.
Yes.
Oh man,
yes,
sign me up.
Yes, you can. It's the real reason why it's made. It's 7 shots at one time. You just gulp, 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 gulp. So
that's how you party. Right there.
That's how Talon Claw parties. Yeah, if you go to Kickstarter and then just type in Talon Claw, you'll be able to find them. Yeah, it's go support our bros. Go support some art because art is good. Art is great. Art
I
is yay.
can't wait
art-
to smell that wood.
Speaking of art,
Yes.
our Alistair.
Yeah. Speaking
Comment.
of art, good transition, Jeremiah. Yeah. Support our friend Vic and Lynn who are doing their Alistair comic, which releases in August. There are for as little as $1 a month, you can sign up for their Patreon. The info is down below, and it is some pretty cool stuff.
Yes.
Their Discord is super kicking, super live, super engaging in the community. It's cool. They have some voice actors already for their characters, which is cool. Like this comic is
awesome.
amazing. Yeah, go support our friends because we loves them. We loves all of our friends.
All the link is below.
All the linkies are down below. But yes, so let's introduce ourselves. I think, unless I'm missing something. I feel like I'm missing something, but I'm not sure. I'll remember later. Hi, guys.
Be kind to each other.
That's what I was missing.
Damn mask. Anyway.
You're not allowed to be kind to anyone. Now you can be kind to people. Now that we said it. Yes, please.
Now be kind.
Now be kind. And rewind. Please be good to each other out there. This is some great times, and there's no excuse to be jerk because you need a haircut or something. Just please be nice to everyone. It's things are hard. Please be kind. Don't touch your face. Wash your hands.
As I touch my face, crap.
And Jeremiah touched your face.
Mine was just unintentional.
Yeah, but you wash your hands. You've been in isolation situation. I don't know, dude. Or whatever. You go party with the go to the concert.
No moshing.
All right. No moshing. Don't mosh. So
6 feet apart.
while we just talk and jabber for hours and hours on end, let's introduce ourselves. Hi guys, I am Jesus. I'll be y'all's dungeon master for tonight's game, and as per usual, going from what our audience can see, Jeremiah, who are you playing?
Hello, my name is Jeremiah, and I play Professor Leon Jones, Ravenclaw professor of Hogwarts, and he is a ranger swarm keeper.
Yeah, he is.
Fairies all around him.
Yeah, they are. And following the next professor.
Hi, my name is Ryan. I'll be playing Griswold, a Circle of Spores druid. Circle of Spores being in the Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica. And yeah, I'm out of Wall of Fires, so I'm going to my only backup strat I know, which is I'm going to spike growth all the things, all of them.
God.
If it exists, it will be pointy.
Oh,
so I have willed it. So it shall be.
Let's do it. And now that both our professors have been introduced, we have a Lee.
Hi guys, I'm Lee and I play Bones and I am a Gryffindor sorcerer with wild magic. And I have to tell you, I'm on a broom right now and I think I might get knocked off.
You are on a broom. That is, these are facts that are right now. We'll see. And next to Lee, we have Jess. Go Team Sis.
Hey guys, I am Jess. I play a Neff.
You almost said I am Neff.
I know.
I felt it.
It's becoming so to where I don't know where Neff begins and I end. Yeah, that whole thing. Anyways, hi guys, I'm Jess. I play Neff, who is a Hufflepuff barbarian who likes to smash things with her maul. And she's gonna get this bitch.
Wow. All right. And then last but not least, as always, our power couple. Who wants to go first?
I guess I will.
Okay.
Hi, my name's Stephanie. I'm going to be playing Sonya, the divination witch wizard from Hufflepuff. And I have a little Tito with me today.
Oh,
that's true. I forgot about that.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. And then at the end, we have Dark and Mysterious.
From the shadows.
I play Jericho, the rogue Hufflepuff. You know, edgy boys always introduce themselves last.
Oh man, be careful not to cut yourself
My
on that edge.
name's Josh, and I don't even want to be here today.
Well, with all of our friends lovely introduced, let's roll that bean footage. I guess I'm gonna get that card. So, to recap what happened last time. Essentially, I mean, the recap's kind of short. The Order of the Broken Moth, passing through snow and blizzard, frozen spies, reanimated frozen zombies. I mean, that's kind of what they are. Going through spell traps, finding what you guys have identified as a very old style of magic from a long time ago, referred to as hags nowadays. Finding this hag's cave, who predates before the Renaissance.
Old ass cave.
Well, the hag is at least. I mean, yeah, the cave is probably old too. But you guys went into the cave, started a fight, and that is where we left off, in the middle of this fight. So,
Oh, that's the longest recap ever.
I know. That's like you guys you went in there, you fought the bee, and now we're going to finish
The
fighting the
bee.
bee.
I just want to say, I got one more pun for the night.
Oh god.
I wish those frozen zombies could just learn to let it go.
All right, Ryan. I've never fired someone 2 times.
No.
That's the best
You
one.
were fired twice.
Let
You
it go
are-
into the unknown.
Into the end.
all right, I need to refresh this. Apologize for our the card just stay there. Okay, so cool. Music
Uh-oh.
is going. All right. I think everyone needs to refresh because then I won't be able to see y'all's faces like we learned earlier.
Okay, we're
Yep.
doing it live. We're doing it
Yeah,
live.
we kind of
I
have
did
to.
a,
Yeah, there we go.
I
All
did
right,
a-
guys.
My
So.
face hole, I believe.
From last fight, as I can see, Jeremiah's spell is still here. There is Merlin's Tito, and you are shifted. You have a thing. You have a snail on your face. I'm not sure what that means.
snail.
Crap, I had notes and I.
Yeah, and our hag
there.
is blind because of the blindness and deafness spell.
Yeah.
Which I completely forgot she can do a thing, and since I didn't, she's not gonna do it.
Ha 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 ha. Take that, ya
Because
bear.
I forgot.
Oh, did you roll at the end of her turn to see if she dropped it or not?
No, but we'll start that in this, because we're going back to initiative. So just to not just say, hey, we're fighting again. A little bit of explanation, especially for our audio listeners. So the party is right now in a cave, and this cave has this very thick blue ice all around, and even has stones completely engulfed in this thick, slightly translucent ice. The hag is currently on the wall, just climbing on top of the ice like some weird, creepy spider. Bones were on our broom, as everyone else is on the ground. The hag hid for a couple of rounds, but eventually you guys found him. There are a pile of dead bodies over yonder that Leon did investigate. And remember, there is a frozen pond right here that Sonya, since you are technically no, there is stone in front of you, so never mind. You don't see it. Okay. All right, there's stone blocking this pond, so you don't see anything. So, with all that said, Neff, what do we do?
Okay, 2 things real quick that not quite before I get to my move. One, you said she looks like some sort of creepy spider on the wall, and why would you say that to me when of course I'm just gonna freaking smash? And 2, I do not like that you said we went into the cave and started fighting her when it felt very much like a next thing that you said also.
No. You.
I was like,
she's been tormenting you and eating people.
Yes.
And has imprisoned the Velas of this forest. This is not a Nexus situation, huh?
No, that triggered me for something.
Know.
Well, that's what you assume. That's why we're here.
Oh.
And the people who investigated the pile, they were Bellas.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Only certain people know that, though. Not everybody in our
Only
party yet.
I mean, Neff, I just want to let you know, she threatened Bones.
Oh,
Like,
I know.
She said she wanted to eat Bones. Like,
She did say she wanted to eat bones.
That's true.
I know. That's yeah. Okay.
very true.
look who she's going after first. Like,
Yep.
right,
I'm
yeah, right
I'm
there. Back to
I'm
the
a ragey bitch
Okay.
right now.
Yes.
So I am going to go. I'm gonna say, "Get the fuck away from my bones, you whore!" I'm gonna run over to the wall, and I'm gonna smash the wall.
Okay. For the purposes of our map, just letting you know, you are technically behind this piece of stone.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I just was like, I don't know how to like represent that I'm at the wall.
Yeah. You're good.
I am planning on using my 2 attacks.
Okay.
If she falls, I'm using my second attack to hit her. But if not, then I'm gonna hit the wall twice. So I'm just letting you know.
Roll me hit.
Key, that's 25.
25. Okay. Actually, for these, roll me strength checks and such.
Okay. Okay, so that would be a 20. Hang on. 21.
Okay. That's higher than a number I had in my head. So I will see. Nope, she's still on the wall.
Still on the wall? Okay, I'm gonna hit the wall again.
Okay, I'll describe it in a second. All right,
Okay.
second strength.
Okay. I loved it. That's a nat 20.
Oh, nice.
Plus 4. So yeah.
Okay. Oh, what is your strength? Oh my lord. Okay. Well, it had to be with the nat 20. So as you run up and hit the she's also blind. Okay. So as you hit the side of the cave, and you see the large impact as it kind of cracks all the way up. You see that she's looking around as uncertain as what's happening, and kind of just like stays firm, almost like she's putting her entire body close to the stone. And with the second hit, just as the cracks just go all the way up, and it actually cuts part of the surface where her hands are, so she doesn't have that glue anymore. And I will say that she does fall.
Yes. I just wanted to say, I wrote a note to myself and I forgot to say it. Before she falls, and when I go up to hit the stone, I'm gonna say, "Get down here!"
Okay. As Neff screams out,
in my
echoes,
best scorpion impression.
with our best scorpion impression. So she is currently on the ground. She's no longer in the air. I will give you that.
She fall.
Yeah.
She fall. She did the fall. As she's falling, you see that she's still grabbing onto the surface of the wall, so she's sliding down, but is unsure as to where really to go. And as soon as she's Neff, you do see that when she hits floor, like her feet touch the ground,
Mm-hmm.
it took her by surprise for sure.
Okay.
All right.
So when she
movements-
does-
uh-huh.
Well, when she does hit the ground, I'm gonna move back 5 feet.
Okay.
Or-
You can. That's fine.
Okay.
She is gonna get an attack of opportunity on you.
She's blind. She
Oh,
can't
that's
take
right.
one.
Yes, she can.
can.
She
Can she
can.
sense her?
Yes, she can. She can take one, but with a disadvantage.
Oh, okay. I, for a second, I was like, if you can't see it,
Yes.
But-
So
okay.
the basic rules are you all have advantage on attacks against her. She has disadvantage, and she automatically fails any checks requiring sight.
gotcha.
So
Okay, well then I'll just stay right there. I don't care. She could hit me. Hit me, bitch.
Okay, all right,
I won't
so,
say that.
okay. So and so you don't move. All right, cool. After that,
Yeah.
it would be Leon's turn as a helicopter flies overhead. I'm sure that the mic picked that up.
The war is raging.
The war is raging as you guys hear a helicopter right above the
Oh,
cave.
rage!
Yes.
Question. With my position, is she in cover or anything like that? Because of the wall right here.
I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I'll say that she has cover.
Like
Which
full cover?
she has no. She'll have like half cover.
It doesn't matter.
Mhm.
I
Quick
was like,
question.
I ignore half cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, quick question too. On the stream,
Yes.
there's a square over here, on this area.
Yeah.
Is that the same? But on mine, it's not.
Oh, that was the square for the. There was Little Typhoon
Yes.
Yeah.
So
from earlier.
so
I'm just wondering if it's that
Or
still
was
there.
that the fairy light?
no. So don't look at stream, guys, because
Okay.
there's things that you guys don't need to see. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't look at stream.
Oh,
Okay.
I believe the fairy
I'm
lights
just kind
were
of
there.
wondering. Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of wondering if that storm is still there. That's what I was.
It
actually
goes. It technically goes away. Every other
Yeah.
round stays. But don't worry about it.
10, 15. I'm gonna move 15 feet over here
Okay.
just to be closer to my party. A little back up. Wait, if I shoot, is that line of sight of Griswold? Then I guess I'll go over here then, so I don't hit Griswold.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna shoot her.
Okay. Roll me it. You have advantage on the attack. She is blind.
Sharpshooter. First attack. That is advantage. 19.
19 hits.
No,
Oh, yeah, sorry.
no. It's 14.
14
Because of
is-
the -5.
Yeah. 14 is a
minus
miss. I'm sorry.
Okay. Then second
Yeah.
attack. Oh, that's better.
Okay.
18 total.
18 does hit.
Oh, okay. At least one hit.
At least
Oh,
one hit.
I have my D6 up. I have a question, because she's like directly at the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know she's on the floor, but is she directly on the wall?
Yeah, her back is against the wall.
Like if I push her to the wall, does that take?
No, it doesn't. No. No, I know where you're going with. No, but it doesn't do any damage now.
17 total damage.
Okay. Ow.
Yeah, sharpshooter, man. That was
Yeah,
a 7 plus
I was
10.
gonna say sharpshooter adds that damage, bro. It's high risk, high reward. Okay. So as you move up close, first, as your wand is out, this first shot missed, and as it missed, and she's looking behind, and again completely blind, trying to figure out what's happening. You take just a fraction of a second longer. Shoot the second arrow, hits right around her neck and goes through. But this, she's hefty. She has a lot of constitution. Yes.
Yeah. Also, I was reading the gathered swarm. I don't have a choice if I move her or not. Like she will move, but because I was reading the spell, like, oh, okay, so I don't have a choice to let her just stay there, but like she will move because of the swarm. Then I guess that's the only part is move it closer to me. because that's the only way she can go because of the wall.
You can choose to pull or push, right?
Yeah, pull or push. I can't.
yes.
I can't choose to like. She's gonna stay there.
So you choose push, and just she doesn't move.
Oh.
I mean, if you want to pull her, that's
sorry,
fine.
Sorry. I totally forgot my D6 of damage because Gathered Swarm.
Okay.
That's my bad. That's just a 2.
Okay. So you can choose to push her, but she won't move.
Okay, then I'll
Or
do
you
that.
pull her forward. It's up to you.
Then I'll do that then. I'll push her like
Okay.
kind of like that to the wall.
As he hits her back against the wall. Alrighty. Anything else, Griswold?
Griswold.
Sorry, Leon.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I just want to note, blindness lasts for 1 minute, and I think I cast it like in the last round of combat.
So
before
you
we
have
ended
9 more
the
rounds.
Okay.
That's
So
probably
I'll
what
just
that
put-
timer was.
I'll put this counter on one. No, the timer's my symbiotic.
Okay.
But I'll put another icon for. I'll put the snail back on. I guess that's what it was. Anyway.
Okay. Alrighty. And after Leon's turn, it is now the lair. And guess what, everybody? There's a blizzard just obscured in a 40-foot cone, 20 feet all around. Yep, it's right there. So everybody in there is considered at a disadvantage on attacks. Unless you decide, and it's difficult terrain, which won't really matter much because it's just one square. But that is what's happening at the moment with the lair. As you guys just see, as a blizzard just obscures all the way to the top of the ceiling, 20 feet around, just blizzarding for no apparent reason. And with that, it is Jericho's turn now. What do we do?
Oh, it doesn't do damage.
No, it does not do damage. It just it obscures your sight and it's difficult terrain.
It's a status effect.
Essentially. And after Jericho, it is Bone, Sonya, Griswold, and then at the end, the Hag.
Is it possible for me to react to the blizzard appearing?
Yeah, you can react. Yeah.
Okay. Because I just want to try this. Is the hag 10 feet away from me on the ground?
Yes, she is.
Okay. I'll just Halo of Spores.
Okay.
Yeah. Con save.
Okay. It doesn't hit your friends, correct?
No, it's
Okay.
targeted.
That's low. That is a 12 Constitution.
That's a fail.
Roll me damage.
Sure. So it's 2d6 because I do have symbiotic up.
Okay.
5 damage.
Okay.
It is necrotic. I'm not sure about resistances or some such, but
I appreciate it. Okay. She's taking the full damage. Jericho, what is 5?
Okay.
Right?
I just
5 necrotic. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
I just moved right here next to that,
Okay.
and I'm gonna attack.
All right. Roll me to hit.
Do I still roll with advantage? 'Cause I'm out of
Yes,
or-
you have advantage because she is blind.
Okay, so I rolled in that one, but the other one was just the advantage was a nat 20.
Roll to confirm.
Wow.
I'll confirm it.
Talk to Jeremiah about nat 20s.
Freaking
Oh yeah.
Monday game. Holy shit.
God, he technically confirmed an instant kill, but the third 20 fell
Yeah.
off the table.
Fell on the floor. I was like, hello.
What did you confirm it with?
A 2.
Okay, so it's still crits, which you're critting with advantage, and there's allies there. Do you know what that means?
Oh man, that means we're getting out the deck.
I don't know how many d6 I need.
So, what's your sneak attack damage right now? It's a 4d6?
3d6 or 4? Okay.
Okay,
yeah.
so it's 4d6. So it's sneak attack and your sword. So that's 5d6, right?
I think attack with my sword is 5, yeah.
Okay, so
how many more d6?
that means you need 10d6 of damage
Delicious.
plus your dexterity.
Need 4 more?
Yeah, just
I have
just one dexterity.
Yep.
Please.
That's
Delicious
yeah.
Please.
That's
delicious. Sneak attack crit.
paladins and rogues when they crit, they damage. the strikers of the game, bro. That's what they do. Man, she's at. Oh God. Okay, let's see. All right, let's see what happens. I'm excited.
She
So
might
delicious.
die. She might die.
She
Let's
might.
kill her.
And if
Let's kill this little bitch.
how much?
What?
I can't hear
Yeah,
you.
can't hear you.
45.
Oh,
Oh,
my god!
my.
That's so good!
You remember that stuff?
She is so bloody right now.
So good.
Oh man. That blindness is changing the fight dramatically. Oh, I didn't press enter.
I love it.
Oh my
Yeah,
Die, you
I've all right. As Jericho, as you just walk through the blizzard, being a little obscure, but knowing, staying true to where you need to go. And as she's kind of just kind of clawing around, and Neff is using her maul to like back to restrain her a little bit and to like keep her at bay. You just walk ever so calmly, ever so patiently, drive your short sword right into her neck and pull it out, and no blood, nothing comes out. But she is severely damaged.
I mean, technically, since he was also in 5 feet, he could have gotten advantage on
He
it
has
as well. But
advantage.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like double advantage. That's
No,
not a
advantage
thing.
doesn't-
Yeah. So, anything else? Wait, what?
That's all I can do.
Okay, all right. So one attack. Nice, neat, and clean.
145 damage attack.
Yes. Yes. At the end of Jericho's turn, she will take one of her legendary actions. Finally. But it might be way too late, and it has to be at a disadvantage. Neff, she's going to go at you, going for the throw.
Yeah. Come
She
on.
would
a
have
good
had a
card,
nat
Magic.
20, but the nat 20 goes away, and instead it's a 15 to hit.
Nope.
As she's clawing, but just and just choking on something. Completely
Something
misses. Yep. All right. Jericho just went Bones. It is Bones' turn. Oop, that's the wrong
Get
one.
her.
Yeah. So I'm still on my broom, and I had cast Greater Invisibility right at the end,
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
right? So I'm still good with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would like to cast my Chromatic Orb
Okay.
at a second level,
Okay.
and I would like to use fire.
All right. Roll me it. You have advantage on the attack. Oh man.
Does a legendary action count as like part of taking a turn out of turn? Because the way blindness is
technically.
worded is it says at the end of each of its turns. So, I don't
it's
know.
not a turn. It's just
Okay,
it's
so
like a
it's-
reaction.
It's just for
Yeah.
counting initiative.
Mhm,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
It was a 19 to hit.
19 hits. Roll me damage.
Fuck.
Oh man, this is.
What about wild?
Oh,
Yeah. She. Roll me a d20 when you're ready with it. Roll me a d20, and if you get a 20,
Yeah.
or are we
Wow,
doing a
gotcha.
1? Did you want to change it? I don't recall if we did or didn't, or if we wanted to or not. Because it's
Maybe
supposed to
a 20
be.
or a 1. Like,
Yeah.
Which one do you want?
Okay, so just rolling my.
It's for
D20.
wild magic. Anytime you cast a spell above level 1, you roll a d20. I think by raw is if you roll a d20 and it gets a 1, wild magic happens. But that kind of has like a negative connotation because it's a 1 in my head. So I don't know if we said, oh, I know I've given the option like, oh, you can just choose a 20, but when I don't remember what we agreed on, and I think this is like the 5th time I've asked. So I
Yeah, I
apologize.
thought it was a 20 also,
Okay,
but
cool.
I.
Yeah, no, that's okay. So yeah, roll
yeah,
d20,
it'll
and if you get a 20, wild magic.
Okay, well, I rolled the damage, but I'll do the other roll
Okay,
first,
yeah.
I guess.
Because it could add more dice to the damage.
Yes.
The damage will still happen. I don't like the idea that it changes it in my book. It something cool
Wild
happens.
magic, wild
Yeah.
magic, wild magic, wild
I got
magic.
a 13
Okay.
Oh.
All right. So what is the damage on your second level chromatic orb?
at 2d8. It was actually a 13 also.
Oh right. Well, because this is a legendary creature. Hey Bones, how do you want to do this?
Yeah.
I want to shoot down from the sky since I'm invisible.
Okay.
And I wanted to kind of like shoot down through her head.
All right. As you guys see, as for the dramatic effect, as Bones grabs her wand and she used great invisibility, so you guys don't see her really. As all you see is just the tip of the wand's magic emerges as a large ball of fire just floats down, and as it's going just straight meteor downward, it engulfs larger and just goes right through her head, and you guys actually hear the sizzling of like ice as it goes through her head and into her torso, and this entity just falls. And
It's a night witch.
with that,
Is it a humanoid or a beast?
it is neither, technically.
Damn it!
It's undead.
So
Does the
Maybe, I
blizzard
don't know.
disappear too? Or
the blizzard also
does it
disappears.
stay
Yeah.
there?
So with the hag defeated, as the outside from what you guys can see from within the cave, there's still that blizzard going and raging. A pile of bodies, skeletal or frozen. What do we do?
Yeah, with that, when the night hag is explosion, I'm gonna immediately kind of run towards the middle and kind of try to gather everyone and just say, guys, the pile of bodies are all Velas. Or well, not all Velas, right, Jesus?
Majority of
there's
them
a lot
are
of them.
villas. Yeah, the majority are villas.
Yeah, majority of them are Velas, Villa bones. And I did find something. I don't quite understand it, but take a look because I don't know what it is.
Okay. Let me.
Paper.
Yeah, I will. I'll give everybody access to the handout, as I believe it's here. Journal. Yeah. Okay. Where is it? Oh, here.
When he says that, I want to go to the pile over here and look, like, investigate them.
Okay.
See
Roll
if I notice
investigation.
anyone.
When he says that, I'm going to look down at this dead hag and I'm gonna go, I have to do this. And I'm just gonna smash her face with
All
my
right.
wand.
There isn't really a lot of a face, but you smash away. And I need to give access to Sonya. Save show
16.
players. So you should all see
Ooh.
an image appear in front of you.
What the shit?
As 16.
That's
Okay.
a snake.
That's a snack.
That is a snake.
Just-
As you guys, I thought it would make the image go bigger. Oh, okay, cool. If you click on the magnifying glass, it opens it up.
It does, yeah.
So for our audio listeners, what you guys see is Leon pulled out a parchment. At the beginning, it looks like parchment. Now that you're looking at it closely, it's very, very old, thin leather. And the cord on it in really faded ink is a green circle around, almost feather-like. Leaf-like, but the tips look very snakish, with a depiction of some obscure wizard with a beard, and then a snake just hovering around. The snake being almost twice as big, maybe even 3 times as big as this wizard. It looks I guess old. Old is the only thing I can give you.
Does it look like the snake is attached to the staff?
No. It looks like the snake's just around it. It's the only thing I could do without going into copyright laws.
Okay. As Leon reveals this, I'm going to step over to this pile with Sonya and just kind of, like, I guess inspect it further.
Okay. Well, yeah. 1 second on that. Before we go into the piles, is there anyone else that's gonna do anything else?
Can I get down off of my broom?
Yeah, of course.
Yes, you can land.
I'm gonna loot the hag.
I'm still invisible though, right?
You're still invisible until you decide to not be.
Like, yeah, I don't trust these kids. I'm gonna stay invisible.
Okay, as you're roll me investigation on the hag as well. Sonya. So Leon, you're just in the middle. You pull it out, and one person looked at it and kind of just ran off. Thus far, Jericho, is there anything
I'm just
specific?
look to Leon as I go by and be like, just give me a sec.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over here then.
Okay.
With the bodies.
So, Jericho, is there anything specific that you wanted to do?
I just want to go take a look at that pond.
Okay, roll me investigation as you move over to that pond.
Oh yeah, there's a pond too, huh?
Okay, so first, Sonya, as you're going through, you got a 16 on investigation?
Correct.
Okay, as you are looking throughout these different villas and a few Nazi soldiers, you notice that their bodies look pretty preserved, to be honest. The thing that you've noticed disgustingly is that a lot of them have bones completely missing from their bodies. They're frozen over. They have that ice glaze around them. The clothing looks of this time period. And that's pretty much what you get from your roll. Griswold, what is your roll?
Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to roll perception.
Investigation. If you're looking through the bodies, if you're just like observing, then don't worry about it. I thought we were in like loot mode.
I was kind of just looking for a skeleton that was not Vila oriented that I could potentially form another pocket skeleton with, but I also don't want to piss off Sonya. So yeah, I guess the roll also like tells me that I'm gonna piss off Sonya if I attempt that because it was a 3.
The thing is, you also don't see anything that would be considered appropriate for a skeleton. A lot of the bones are mid-broken or chewed or grinded up.
Wait, so the bodies are just like complete flesh, but bones are just gone?
Most of them have their bones gone, yes. Or part of bones gone. From what you see, there are some incisions, so like bones were removed and ripped out of. But the skin, the organs, all that was just left there.
Oh.
We found the hag's snack fridge.
Jericho, what are you
I
doing?
hope you don't say
You
that
are
out loud.
by the lake, right? The little pond, sorry?
I rolled a 19. You said roll for it.
Okay. As you looking throughout, it looks like just clear water, but when you kind of stick your hand in, you feel something solid immediately that you're that you didn't perceive. And as you kind of like investigate a little bit further and go in, you're noticing that inside of this, it has like a thin illusion to just look like it's just pure water, but it's actually really gross and murky dark water, and there seems to be some large almost something inside that the texture that you feel is definitely glass, but something big, almost about the size of a person.
I'm gonna let like everybody next to me know what I feel.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if someone can come help me.
All right.
I'll try to get
As that you guys all notice that he is asking for help for sure.
Yeah, I'll go over there. Boop.
It doesn't take long. It's It's
hand.
heavy, but both of you guys for sure can pick it up. And as you guys do pull this up, Bones and Neff, what exactly are we doing?
I want to go over to where the party is to see if I can help.
Okay. Neff, you were looking through the hag, is that correct?
See if she had anything.
What did you
her.
get?
I got a dirty 20.
What you do find on her are several, like throughout her pockets, there are finger bones, femurs, fractured skulls, things that you can't identify, animal bones, a bird skull, rope that ties her belt together, a completely dirty and worn out sack that she uses to cover herself up. Like, she had nothing other than just bones on her. And speaking of bones, as you're over there, as you still invisible until you tell me otherwise, you see that your friends are delicately going through these bodies, and Jericho and Leon, as you're pulling out what looks to be a large hourglass, but instead of sand in it, it is piled with bones of all shapes and sizes.
Ooh.
And there is human skin wrapped around, keeping it together.
Oh, that is just morbid. I love it.
And as you guys pull it out, you do see that from the top, a piece of like an entire skeleton-sized foot falls through the glass and starts breaking apart, and starts as it's breaking, it's kind of being grinded up and just torn apart as little beads are falling. It looks like it's still kind of active.
Finding all those bones and stuff, I'm going to smash her up even more.
As you move your maul and you're about ready to smash it, you hear it, and you see that her arm just breaks, and you see her body inflate a little bit.
Nope.
Okay, you screamed so loud that we
Sorry.
heard nothing of that. You're
I said
smashing
nope
with your maul?
and smash, 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 smash.
Okay, well, roll me to hit.
Okay. Okay. With my maul. That's 17.
17. As soon, because of the circumstances, you just hit it, and pff, you definitely hear her ribcage completely smash and break, and she's not moving.
I'm gonna be like, guys, she might still have some fight left in her. She moved.
On hearing this, I will abandon the incomplete corpses, and while I've still got symbiotic up, because I assume it's only been maybe a minute or two, I'll come over and light a torch.
Okay.
And attempt to set ablaze the corpse of thine enemy.
Sure. I'll say that with the rag and her hair, it would catch on fire easily enough. Roll me perception, everybody.
Nope, I don't see it.
What did you get?
I got an 8.
Okay, yeah, you actually don't see it.
23.
Okay.
21.
Okay.
15.
15, okay. Leon? I see that he might be
He
messaging
was
us.
having problems with Discord, so that's
Yeah. Okay.
Hello,
Well,
do you hear me now?
I hear you.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
hear you.
Yeah, I have it on my phone. My PC is DC, and it's still doing it. Anyway,
Okay.
continue.
All right. Yeah. So roll me perception. Yeah. Sorry for all the technical issues. Thank you for thus far the only one who's failed would be Neff.
Oh, do I need to roll?
Yes, perception, please.
That's my perception. That's a 10.
10. Okay. Neff, you are freaked out about this lady in all different manners and ways, and you're fixated on the fire at the moment that Griswold has started, and hopefully that makes sure that she's dead for real. Bones and Leon. You notice that as the fire is roaring, a couple of minutes have passed by. The smoke is starting to bellow, and as smoke rises, it doesn't stop at the ceiling. The smoke just continues on. Everybody notices this, but this is what at the moment Griswold, Leon, and Bones are kind of fixated on. As you're noticing that, and notice that everybody's noticing it as you guys are looking around and perceiving what's happening. You all, Griswold, Jericho, and Sonya, you see that inside the hourglass there is a tiny bit of smoke.
I'm going to keep smashing her.
Okay.
While she is on fire.
She is on fire and being smashed. As you guys all are hearing just the endless from the hammer hitting her corpse.
You said that the smoke doesn't stop on the ceiling, like it keeps going.
Mm-hmm.
Can I shoot the ceiling?
Sure. Just an arrow, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. As you get your wand and kind of make the archer position, and you fire an arrow, it goes through the ceiling.
Like it stopped? Like
No, it goes through the ceiling.
Like it keeps going.
Then
Yep.
I was like,
So it goes
ceiling
through
is-
the ceiling, and then you don't see the arrow anymore.
I think that ceiling is an illusion somehow.
Yeah, that's strange. Can I roll insight to see if I can figure out what's going on? Like false
Insight's
ceiling?
more like to read people. I mean,
I didn't know if it was investigation.
investigation would be to like identify something close up. You can roll perception, but your perception, you saw that the ceiling, everybody saw Jericho shoot an arrow, and Leon shoot an arrow, and it went right through.
Okay, I was just trying to see if I could figure out why. Like what that is. I don't know what that would be.
Not to give it to you, but unless you're gonna fly up there, then you can do investigation. Insight would be to like read someone if they're deceiving you, if they're lying to you, figuring out their mood, if they're scared or something along those lines.
Okay.
Jesus.
Yes.
When I see the smoke in the hourglass, can I cast Identify on it?
Yeah, you can.
Alright.
While she's doing that, is Bones still invisible? Bones, are you still invisible?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
Well,
Bones has been gone for a couple of minutes till.
I'm gonna call out. Somebody find Bones. I'll check the ceiling. And then I'll look back to Neff and say, make sure this doesn't exist anymore. And
Okay.
like point.
What
at
I'm
the
trying
thing
to do.
on
Okay,
fire.
so we'll go with Sonya first, then Griswold, and then Neff. And if anyone wants to do anything, we'll just go in that order. So you're casting Identify. As soon as you touch the hourglass and wave your wand in the correct motions and say the correct words, just... Oh, technically you would have... but we're Harry Potter, so wand is all we need at the moment. So it's definitely a magical item. It technically has an attunement that you know of. Technically. It has no charges. There is a spell in it, but it's a little hard.
Hello, mic test.
Mic test is working well.
Okay,
so I depending on your Arcana roll is how much information I can give you, because this is a Harry Potter universe.
I'll do an Arcana roll then.
You will get good information. I just want to see how much can I just give you.
Divination roll, 27.
If there is ever a good
I
divination
had a
roll.
19 for my roll.
Okay.
And then plus 8.
All right, that works. So, regeneration is a spell on here, and which is a very difficult thing to do. This is a spell extremely advanced that can regrow entire body parts within this hourglass. Another thing that you're not sure what this means, but 27. I mean, this isn't possible. There's no such thing as a reincarnation. But this item is giving you that information. You don't know what that means, but that's what you feel from this.
Okay, my whole little group of people right there next to me, I'm gonna, every time I find something out about it, I'm gonna explain it out loud.
As she's saying this and pondering and meditating, as this is going to take a couple of minutes to successfully do, since you're casting it as casting time is 1 minute, so it's going to take a minute. Griswold, you fly through?
I am gaseous forming.
Okay. As you gaseous form through, because I made it, I'm going to change it to another map. As you go right through the ceiling.
Right through the ceiling?
Yep.
So I'm outside.
You are outside as far as you want. And this is a map just in case she flew away.
Good to know.
But she's
I don't think she made it.
Nope, she did not make it. We did not make it this far, boys.
So the second I realize I'm outside, I'm gonna attempt to go back through the...
You still see the blizzard and everything throughout, just so you know.
I mean, I'm gaseous formed. Like, the second I realize I'm outside, I do not want to be out here, like, windage and all that.
Okay.
So...
Alright,
yeah.
as your professor, Grisboy, just falls back down eventually, because gaseous form is kind of slow. It's 20 feet, right? I believe. 10 feet. Okay, so it will.
Glacial.
Yeah, it will take a bit.
And I'll land right about here.
Okay. So, what was the third action? Neff, yes. What were you doing?
I was
Just
smashing her to bits. Like, literally, I want to try to just break everything in her.
You are successfully breaking every bone and thing on her. Her skin, like, it is a completely disgusting mess. What makes it not uber gross and gory is it doesn't really look like she has any blood or anything on her. Like, it just feels like you keep breaking bones.
I'm just
I'm
gonna
loo-
keep
I'm
going.
looking-
I want to ground her to dust.
Okay. You keep smashing.
I'm looking for bones.
As your professor is looking for you, Bones, and unless you want to not be invisible, you are still invisible. Your decision, my dude.
I can drop invisibility and just I want to be behind everybody and be like.
As Bones just screams boo, scaring most of you half to death.
Yeah, roll for deck save. I'm gonna attack now.
I knew it was gonna bug me.
I'm just gonna Halo Spores as a reaction. I don't know if this is the hack coming back. Like, nah, no, I'm kidding.
As Bones gets out of her invisibility, scaring you guys.
Yeah, when you do that, I'm gonna turn around with my whip on my hand, ready to whip someone.
Your professor looked like he was about to attack you, but then realizes it's a student and.
Like,
Whoa,
Bones, are you
Nelly.
okay? Like, Bones, are you
Whoa,
okay? Because you don't look kind of okay at the moment. I see that red dot. So
Oh yeah, Bones is bloodied.
Yeah, I am.
I don't have a lot of spell slots, but I'm so level 1 cure wounds.
Okay.
That's all I got.
To clarify, in the hourglass, is it still smoking like the hag smoking?
11.
Well, actually,
Oh, please tell me I didn't get stuck in the fucking hour.
let's see. Neff,
Mm-hmm.
let's do a strength check. Just general
Okay.
strength.
Oh, it's
It's
so
a 11
it's so
point,
bad for
heal
me because
the
it's a
bones.
weak thing for me to do. I'm being a little shit. Just a strength check.
Yeah, just pure strength.
That's that's an 18.
18. Okay. Sonya, as you're looking through this hourglass, wrapped with human skin and bones inside instead of sand, no, there's no smoke anymore.
No smoke.
And
This
Neff,
needs to talk.
as you are smashing it, you have successfully broken everything on that hag, and also put out the fire.
As soon as I see the fire go out, I'm going to take out my never-ending torch that I have.
Mm-hmm.
And take off the cloth, and it should be going, right? Because I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
I think I lit it in one of the previous things.
It never goes out. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna stick it right back on her.
Okay. As soon as you put the torch on her, absolutely nothing happens.
Okay. Nothing I see, or
No,
nothing?
just nothing happens. Like I mean, you have a torch light on, and then you recall that it does not produce heat.
Oh shit.
That's why the cloth
right.
is around it, so it doesn't.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
If I remember that, then I'm gonna go, oh well, I'm stupid, and then I'm gonna get out a regular torch. I'm gonna light it, and then I'm gonna stick that on her.
I guess
And-
when I gaseous formed, I just dropped the torch next to her.
Sure.
so-
Yeah. We'll say that,
Yeah.
so you don't have to waste one. Yeah. There's a
Oh,
torch
okay.
next to you. So you grab Griswold's old torch and light up the old grandma again. And there's a little bit of smoke gathering inside that hourglass.
Just let me know when I land.
I'll say you land soon enough. Yeah, sure, whatever.
Alright.
Role play.
When I
Mhm.
land, I guess I'll land shift back and be like, the ceiling's false, obvious illusion. I ended up outside. Some weird shit's going on. And I'm gonna look over at the hourglass and be like, the fuck is that?
Okay.
Nothing. We're gonna destroy it.
Yeah.
Said like
I'm
a true professor.
I'm gonna be talking out loud and be like, okay, if the hag's smoking and smoking in the hourglass, it's connected. The items attuned. I'm just like, should we just destroy it?
I'm gonna hit.
Roll me to
As
hit.
soon as I hear destroy, I'm gonna look back, and I'm gonna be like, you want me to hit something?
Destroy.
Like, this is my bread and butter right here.
I do it.
Sure.
I hit something.
I mean,
I
if
can-
Jericho's already doing it, then Jericho, roll
Yeah.
me. Neff, you can go right up to that hourglass and also smash it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like Well, I guess
Where is it? Is it?
that's what she's
Technically,
eating
it's
her alive.
it's like in between
Oh,
them
okay.
technically. So
right.
whatever, yeah. Because squares,
Cool.
we can't.
Yeah.
Did we roll damage?
Yeah. What did you get to hit first? I will let you know their AC is 5.
I rolled a 20.
I assume you hit. All right, roll me damage. And Neff, roll me to hit, and if you hit, because the AC is 5, roll me damage.
I got a 16 without my pluses.
Yeah. I assume anyone that rolls 1 or higher, well, 1's auto miss, but if you roll 2 or higher, you hit. So roll me damage. What did you get, Jericho? $25. As soon as so you grab your short sword and kind of go at it to smash it, and it is reinforced for sure. Actually, you hit it and it cuts the glass, but you feel as your sword kind of just kind of like recoils back a little bit as Nev immediately smashes right after you. And what did you get?
15.
Total?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, with 1 hit, but yeah. Do you want me to do my second, or?
Yeah, if you want.
Cool. Yeah, it hit because it's a 5, so.
Mm-hmm. What's the total?
Total damage is, oh, hello. Okay, 15. 6, 5 is 31.
Okay.
Second hit or
Yep.
total?
Total.
So with that, as soon as you slash at it and you see Nev hits the top of the glass and nothing really happens, and then she kind of winds up and hits around where the skin is, and as soon as the skin breaks, you see that the glass also breaks inward and it starts in a pattern. The entire glass does not shatter or break, but you see all these intactfully shattering as it just goes throughout, but still in a solid shape.
Cracking like crazy.
So at the moment, it's still a physical object, one solid object. Sorry, it's cracked all to hell.
I'm going to move over, cast Shillelagh, and take a swing at it, I guess.
All right, roll me to hit.
Alrighty. That is higher than 5.
Okay, damage.
So that's 1d8 plus 4 plus 1, so plus 5 technically. Uh, 9 points.
Okay, as you see a professor also come with his staff and hit it, as you guys are smashing with all sorts of magically attuned weapons. This glass is taking a beating, but eventually just completely shatter. And as it shatters and the bones are exposed to the air, you see that the bones immediately all turn to dust.
It's another one of them Omni things. First the wand turns to sand, and now this bone stuff turns to dust.
When the hourglass shatters, I'm gonna look at the hag.
When you do, it's easy to see. All you see is clothes on fire.
Do you laugh out loud like that?
Yes, I do. I'm gonna see that and I'm gonna.
I'm gonna nudge.
Share.
I'm
Can
gonna
I
nudge,
wrap up?
Wait, what? Sorry, what are you doing, Bones?
I just wanted to share with the party now that all this stuff is smashed and everybody's happy and laughing. Be like, so guys, when I was talking to the hag, she mentioned Grindelwald and him promising her something for whatever task she was doing for him. And I just kind of wonder if he didn't promise her like eternal life and she's gonna come back. Ah.
raising an army, maybe. Like,
But she failed.
there's a lot of zombies out there. We don't know if they're still kicking.
Yeah, it seemed like it was pretty scary, so just passing that along.
As Sonya, your little Tito is still there, ever vigilant and guarding.
For 8 hours.
Yeah, he's invisible, right, to everybody?
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
phantom watchdog.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever the
Oh,
password
so
was,
he-
I said it. I forgot
So
the
wait,
was.
can people see him? Because he could still be like ghost looking, but
It is invisible to all creatures except you.
all right, so nobody notices. Okay.
Freaking invisible things.
I'm right next to him. I'm really glad I didn't like kick him accidentally.
I'm gonna look over to Bones and I'm gonna be like,
Can't be harmed, so you're
are
fine.
you hurt? You seem like you seem like you could use a little help there.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
Oh yeah, did you heal your 11 points?
Well, I didn't add those. I didn't know he was 11.
Oh, Leon has already addressed first aid.
Yeah, he's
yeah.
casted a cure wounds at level 1.
Nice.
That's all I have.
All right, I will. I'll break out the healer's kit. 1d6 plus 4 plus 8, so plus 12. Heal for 15.
As
Bones.
your professor is getting out his healer's kit, and doing what he does best to treat any injuries that you have on, preventing them from getting infected. So, Order of the Broken Moth. What do we want to do? You have a odd letter, written in some very old leather that Leon has. Found that this hag was working with Grindelwald, and a very odd, very mysterious, at least for with the identify spell being able to know what it does, still unsure about what this item truly does, having some odd connection to this hag, and once destroyed, the hag being destroyed. What do we want to do?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go. Sorry.
I'm just gonna go tell the party basically. Maybe we should go to the the sanctuary, see if there's any survivors. But I
Well,
don't know
there
if
was still
anyone
the
wants
houses.
to rest.
Outside the cave, isn't that right?
Yes, you did see 2 homes.
Do we want to go there?
That's what I kind of meant, to tell the truth.
So, one, I just want to note for Jesus, after healing Bones, I'm gonna just brush up my own injuries, because I noted I was at 38, and I rolled 17 for the healer's kit, so I am at full.
Okay. All right.
And
Cool.
then I'll look to the party and be like, let's just look around here real quick, make sure there's no more illusions, and then, having said that, just like kind of, I don't know, check the back wall, just
Sure.
like,
As you guys look through the entire cave, the odd, like, supernatural ice that's around is still there, but you are seeing that it's not thawing out, but it feels like it's reacting to just your body temperature. So it's almost like it's getting hotter fast or losing its property, but it's still there. The outside is still blizzarding, but does not look as severe. And you are able to see a little bit further and see a large amount of bodies throughout the forest.
Oh, great.
Not moving bodies, because that should be a thing specifically noted for what you encountered earlier. Just bodies on the forest ground.
I'm going over to the hag or where she was, and I'm just gonna stomp out the fire.
Okay. As you successfully stomp out the fire, there is just charred remains of the clothing that she had, and every bone that is not part of her. So the bird skull, those fingers that you saw, that femur that you saw, those are still there. They're smashed from when you were smashing it, but other than that, they're still there. And due to it being right close to that to break time, I'll say that it'll be appropriate to take our break now, as you guys are making your way to those houses, if that's okay with everybody.
Yeah.
Fine with me.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right. So we will take our break and be back in a bit, guys. Hey, yo, Vic, I've got the new script you sent us for the next episode. So we have new players? Who's Grayson? Yeah, you know who that is?
Yeah, I'm reading that too. What's this? Tori Val? Tori Val?
So we have new players?
New players?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, dude. So it also says that the schedule's changed. We're playing on Mondays now?
Yeah, what happened to Tuesday?
That was team out Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, well.
Okay.
Okay.
And just one last little thing.
It's online now?
Yeah, that. So we're not playing in the studio anymore. It's all online. All right, man. That fucking works for me. All right. Cool. See you later. Bye. Hello guys, and we are back. So, after you guys defeated the Bheur Hag, traveled through the snow as the blizzard still continues, but not in any devastating, threatening way. With y'all coats on, using the survival gear that you've had, some successful trekking, and obviously using the directions from the past spells that Sonya casted. You guys make it in about 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes of walking in the snow. You guys appear to go up onto this cliff, and as soon as you go, the wind isn't as harsh, and there's almost a smell of something kind of like fruity that fills the air. You do see some really worn down shacks. They sorry, not shacks, homes. They look fairly old, definitely Middle Ages. The windows are boarded up. There's no glass on it. You see that the snow is covering every inch of it. You see broken barrels and crates outside. One home looks, they're both 2 stories. One looks like it has maybe like 4 to 5 bedrooms, and the other one looks pretty large. You're guessing just by looking at the windows, easily 10 bedrooms. But they don't look like they're kept well at all. The wood looks rotten. The stone looks like it's barely hanging on. But yeah, you see these 2 homes. What do you guys do? As you're currently like this is just a picture that's just for reference of kind of what you see, but more theater of the mind coming at you.
How is the blizzard affecting it?
It doesn't look like it's affecting it much, to be honest. And an additional thing that you guys are noticing is that the snow does not pile on top. It's almost like there's a set amount of snow that does not move, almost like in other places close to Hogwarts.
It's magic. Okay.
I guess let's move forward.
Yeah, I guess go to the nearest house and see.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you guys arrive, I'll just say that they're pretty much kind of in the middle. Do you want to go to the bigger one or the smaller one?
I'll opt for the bigger one.
Yeah.
I think bigger also.
Okay.
Yeah, I think bigger's probably. where we need to
As
go.
you guys are approaching the larger hag, the larger house.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
I'm gonna cry. Not a larger hag. Well, not really cry. But...
I think that was spoilers.
There is a note attached to the door with a nail.
I'm going
What does
to.
it say?
It says, "A sister of old, 1 sacrifice a week, will keep old Mary happy."
Sister of old will keep old Mary happy.
Mhm.
Right?
A sister of old, 1 sacrifice a week will keep old Mary happy.
Oh, 1 sacrifice. Oh. Okay.
You, as you approach the home, it doesn't seem like it really looks abandoned, to be honest.
Can we knock on the door?
Sure.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
As you knock, you hear rustling on the inside, and then immediately you hear a gentle just shh, shh, shh from inside the home.
I'm going to say, hello. Is anybody there?
Don't hear anything.
I'll call out. We're here from. And this is character flaw in action. We're here from Hogwarts. We heard there was trouble in the area. Is anyone still in there? Like with kind of an authoritative, like kind of sound to it.
You hear a lot of murmurs. Definitely many voices. not enough to make anything out. And then a couple of minutes pass by, and then you hear some muttering. Definitely does not sound in any language you've heard. And the door kind of vibrates a little bit, and then you see the knob just turn, and the door opens outward. Just a hair for you to see a very thin, pale-skinned woman with light hair and these like sharp, gorgeous blue eyes, and it just pokes out. She looks frail and thin.
Alright, one, I'm still wearing my mask. I'm not sure if that's going to startle her. And two, I don't know who's at the front, but I'm going to turn to Sonya and be like, is she one of the madames? What's going on here?
I'm gonna see the girl, and obviously she looks Vela.
She looks Vela.
I wanna talk to her in Vela. We no harm. We came from the Madame Sanctuary to check up on y'all.
And as soon as you say Madame Griswold, she immediately, like, her eyes widen and looks at you, and then suddenly when you start speaking in Vela, she looks at you. From the Madame.
I understand Vela.
Oh, well, then you're understanding what they're saying. As they're just speaking in a very fluid, elegant language. And she looks at you. There's a dark witch out.
There isn't any more. Oh wait, if she's speaking Vela, I don't understand that. Sorry.
And I cannot let you in. And then closes the door.
When she says there's a dark witch out, like, do you mean that blue giant hat? In Vela, obviously.
You hear from behind the door in Vela. This whole conversation is going to be in Vela until I say otherwise. You've seen her?
She's taken care of.
You almost hear a cry, and then the door opens, and you hear some murmuring from inside. The one who is opening the door does not seem like she's shedding a tear, but you definitely see her some crying from within. Slayed her? How? She eats bones and causes blizzards.
She's being protected by a magic of some kind of item, but we destroyed it, so she shouldn't regenerate or come back.
And she kind of like turns around. You hear that there's definitely some murmuring inside, and it's almost as if even with the door open, there's something affecting that you can't hear what's happening within. And you do know Vela, but almost like the words are just getting muttered as soon as you're trying to listen inward, and only when she speaks, looking towards you outwardly, is everything clear. And then she turns around. So she's slain.
I'm just gonna nod my head.
And then she kind of nods. We owe you a great thanks that we could never repay. Well, if she is slain, we thank you for everything. Now you may go now. And you see the doors starting to close.
I just say, as a note, the entire time all of this is happening, and I don't understand a word of it. Neff is literally with the biggest, like, sweetest grin on her face, going.
Adorable. And then as she closes the door.
Right before she closes the door, can I put my foot in between?
Sure. Easy. Yeah. As you do, she looks surprised as the door not closing and looks at the foot, then follows the foot towards you.
Can we rest inside? Fighting her took a toll on us, and we want to get out of this weather for a little bit.
You see that she looks very worried, and then she goes inward and starts muttering again in Vela. and it kind of.
I'd like to react to this latest muttering of Vela in a language I don't understand.
Yeah.
As stealthily as I can, I want to attempt to cast Speak with Plants, and it's got a 30-foot range. I'm not sure if that's obfuscated by walls.
It probably would be, but I'll say that there would be a tree nearby that you may communicate with.
Okay. And I'm going to say in Druidic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say, when's the last time the blue bitch was here?
Okay.
This is Druidic, so.
That was easy. The night before will be their answer. But going towards Sonya, as they start murmuring, she goes, that is fine. But the men, they can stay out. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Since I understand that, I'm gonna relay it to me. Does Jericho understand Vela?
I don't think so. Jericho, do you know Vela?
I can cast comprehend languages.
But if not, I'm basically just gonna kind of relay it to the party about that. I think this is a sanctuary only for women, and they're not really allowing the men inside. Which,
and you see that when you are speaking in common English, her eyes are moving around like she's not keeping up with the conversation at all.
But personally, I think they're just scared, so I want to respect their decisions. At least half of us can rest
I am still
properly.
I have moved back here and I am actively talking to this close. I was picturing we were right there on that door.
Sure.
And
yeah.
So I am talking to this tree in Druidic, and I'm going to if I've got the chance. I've got a few more questions for it, but I guess other stuff can go first. But this will all be happening kind of like simultaneous.
Yes. As Griswold is speaking to a tree, the Vela will point towards it and say, if they sleep down in Vela again, if they sleep down there, the wind won't get him as harsh.
Right here? Is that sheep alley?
Yeah, they won't freeze the night. And then she smiles like this was like a good compromise.
Like, it's okay, they can huddle together for warmth.
Agreed. One night only then. And she opens the door just barely enough for any one of you to get in. Not enough for you, Def, though.
Oh.
And
I'm a girl.
she like they hesitate to open it towards your size if you are like they're just opening just enough for one person to get in at a time, pretty much. If
I'm doing some bouncer shit.
If that is what is happening and the party is being split, unless you guys decide to say otherwise.
Then if that's happening, then while everybody's going in, I'm gonna go over here to where Griswold is.
Okay.
What? Well, one, I assumed I was just gonna be like on the edge of this little like short
Sure.
cliff face.
Sure.
Secondly, Griswold has a reaction depending on how this conversation pans out on whether or not he's okay with this.
No. Is anyone
Okay.
doing anything to change the flow?
No, we're just going inside. I'm going inside.
So Sonya, Neff, and Bones are going in as Griswold, Jericho. Yes. I heard robot noises. I'm sorry. What
I
happened?
heard a Jericho, I believe.
I think it was me clicking, and I was just saying, yeah, I agree to go in.
Okay. All right. So with
Okay.
that,
Like as they're going in, because like I didn't want him to get all the way in the door frame. Like I was hoping to like try and have this conversation simultaneously. But
Sure,
the second
what's happening?
question
Yeah.
was, how many did the blue chick take?
do you say that in?
This is still in Druidic. The whole conversation's in Druidic. If they're going to be confusing to me, I'm at least going to obfuscate
You're asking the
this.
tree. Okay.
Yes.
Because overusing direct answers is technically not how the spell works.
They gain limited sentience, and they can like know things from about like the past day or so ish with DM discretion. Sometimes they can know more or less.
It would say a few.
A few. Okay, and then do you know how often she was here? Well, like was it once a week? Like, if I don't get an answer for this, but
about that, they stayed inside, and she only barked when hungry.
So she was using them as food storage.
And anything outside, she devoured instantly.
That's horrifying. Okay. And then I guess just rewinding a little tiny bit, like to the end of Sonya's conversation as she's going to move into the door, if that's okay.
That's fine. Yeah.
If that's okay. I'll say, in common to Sonya, tell her I can offer however many are inside nourishment for a full day if it's less than or equal to 40 people.
As soon as I'm halfway or inside already, I'll relate that to her. Be like, we have someone that can offer food provisions
and like healing, like just if they need it.
As you're stepping in, she would say, "Food would be lovely. We haven't eaten much in a while." And when you guys go inside, it's not this is a large home. Don't get me wrong. But once the door opens, it is a mansion inside. You guys immediately get the whiff of rosemary. There's candles giving off beautiful pink glows. You feel the coolness, but not the freezing temperature, as there's roaring fires throughout the area that you see some of the villas kind of huddling over. And you see these large display of roses throughout the area in floral arrangements everywhere. And when you look inside, there is hundreds of villas in here. This is not as small of a sanctuary as where you were, Sonya. This is way bigger.
Are all of us inside, or is
just
like
the girls?
Was it just so I wasn't accepted despite the fact that I'm offering like food and?
They said food is good. You're not coming in though. And as soon as Sonya comes in, with like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, food will be lovely. Close door. So, with the party being slightly split, we're gonna go towards the boys first. What do you guys want to do?
So,
it is
I guess
cold outside for sure. The blizzard is pretty much dying down rapidly. You are noticing that for sure.
I'll look to Leon and Jericho and be like, well, this sucks. Leon, you got a bag? Like, small bag, medium, like any, like, preferably not one of holding. I'm looking for a bag for an offering, you know. Feed some of them.
I have a backpack. Then I guess I'll just get like the backpack that I kind of started with. Take all the things in there and put it in the bag of holding. In the backpack.
That's a little much.
All I got.
All right. I'll be like, save it. Fuck. I guess. I'm looking at my inventory right now. Can I cut off a small bit of my bedroll without completely destroying it? Like long story short, I'm just trying to give them something with literally 40 good berries in it. Because I have no level 1 spell cast.
You see a
for
lot
today.
of broken barrels and crates outside as well. So you can probably use that.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Then I'll just like chain cast all 4 of my level 1 spell slots into casting good berry, for some kind of barrel.
Okay.
And then position it not in front of the door that the girls walked into, but kind of next to it.
Okay, no problem.
And then I guess like take knife or my dagger and just write food on the top of it, which kind of looks like I'm being genuine, but I promise it's genuine.
Alright, no problem. Leon and Jericho, as this is happening, what do you guys want to do?
I have a question.
Yes.
How strong is the wind, and where is the wind blowing?
The wind is blowing in this direction, so it's avoiding you guys.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And it's you can roll me nature.
Oh, I still have speak with plants active for about 10 minutes, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Nature, that is a 16.
I mean, it's pretty fast, but it's dying down really slowly. Really fast as well. So, you feel that it's gonna be a cold, long night, but it's not dangerous per se. If you guys take precaution.
I'm gonna go tell Jericho while Griswold is taking care of that good berry stuff. Or like, come help me with this broken barrels, and just kind of move over here on this little corner. And like, I do have a fire starter, so we can make a little camp outside.
Sure. As you guys start a bonfire, or a campfire.
Yeah, I kind of wanna, like some broken barrel, maybe make a little fence. Or
Easy
whatever.
Easy enough. As you guys make fire and cuddle up for the warmth around it.
I'll be like, I'll take first watch, I guess. Someone's got to keep an eye out while y'all rest.
I guess I'll look to the tree that we're close by before it's up and be like, is the cabin occupied?
Yes. There are more villas inside.
Oh well. Alright, guess we really are bedding out here like the common folk. Alright. This is fine.
The ladies, as you guys are inward, you see that most of the villas stay to themselves. They kind of are very far away, as you guys feel very out of place. Their dresses are gorgeous, their hair is perfect, they're flowing and walking with grace. You don't know if they're catcalling or insulting you, but they're definitely talking about you and making sure you don't hear. As a much older looking Vela comes to you guys and just says, I am Madame Anifite. Follow me. I would like to personally thank you for everything you've done. And she's walking, you see that she's going to the kitchen, and almost like the other Villa's home that you guys were at, the other manor, there is like some sort of proximity that these candles light up and give off that pink glow. And as you guys are walking towards the kitchen, you're noticing, and you see that some villas are coming out with trays of fruit and some wine. It doesn't really look like they're starving, but like with the volume of food that's coming out, and as you guys are walking in, you're noticing that it looked like a mansion when you guys were coming in, and it looks like it keeps getting bigger. And as she kind of opens a door close to the kitchen, you see a couple of mattresses just on the floor, and one completely already broken down two-person bunk bed, and several barrels throughout. And this room does smell nice, but not as nice as the whole house. And as she said almost nothing the entire time, and she kind of turned to you guys almost like in a military stances, immediately and straight. Do not want to sound ungrateful, but if you can please leave at first light, that'd be much appreciated. We want things to go back to normal, and back to normal means back to the way that we do things. And then she kind of kicks something to the side, and and you see this very, very grumpy looking house elf with these floppy ears just kind of dangling down. Name Zoopy. If there's anything you need, just call. And you see that he kind of walks away slowly and then just stands outside the door.
They are talking in common, correct?
Nope, Avella.
Oh, okay. I'm literally gonna be like, I don't understand.
Those were words.
Yeah, as she starts talking, I'm gonna ask Invella if she knows common, just to common courtesy to my other two friends.
Oh, again, Avella, do I know common? Yes, I have studied the languages of others.
Do you mind explaining how everything started, by any chance? I know you want to go put this in your past, but if I can give any information to Madame Delacour, maybe she can help later down the road.
As you say that, she looks like she has an attitude like almost a child that doesn't want to say, like, I guess. Again, in Novella. Well, Madame Delacour, myself, and the other sanctuary decided that we were not going to side in this war with the Muggles and anything that does not pertain to our way of life. We stayed within these walls as according to the Merlin Accord and send our sisters and daughters to school, and we do things our way. Grindelwald decided that we needed to choose a side, and since we decided not to, and with an insult or two passed down the line, if we stepped outside of our home, we would be declaring aligning with the Muggles. And that wretched hag, as she kind of like shivers a little bit, devoured our sisters. So we stayed inside, ate what we had, our low provisions, and it's been a couple of weeks of isolation and boredom. But now you've freed us from that wretched witch, and we can go to our daily routines of celebration and music and laughter and food that is not just fruit.
Just keep 6 feet away from each other.
Oh Lord.
Literally, I'm just, because I can't understand anything that's being said.
She's only speaking Villa.
I tried now.
Yeah, I just want to look at Bones or look at Neff and
Okay.
And what?
Bones, you cut out.
be confused. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna reply back to Madame. Be like, that. I'm glad that you can go back to your way of life. Hopefully this won't happen again, and we'll be out of your hair as soon as possible. I know how you're in pain and you're in mourning. You want to sleep next us, and I'll tell whatever information I can. Maybe some help can come further down the line.
If anything does, and then she kind of kicks the house. Zupi will be here, and if it's something that requires my attention, I will come immediately. Rest well. I'm sure someone will wake you at first dawn. I truly appreciate everything you did. Don't be... I apologize for my happy exterior. It is, I am overjoyed with everything you've done. If you'll excuse me. And then she closes the door. And as she closes the door, you see that a chandelier just kind of falls, dangles down without any sound or anything, and just illuminates, and a orange glow appears in this room. As the chandelier is definitely not there, but it's the illusion of a chandelier with a general glow throughout the room. It's not cold at all. It's not windy. It smells nice. You have at least something not hard to sleep on. Is there anything that you guys do?
As soon as she leaves, I'll tell everything to Neff and Bones.
Okay.
And then after that, I'm gonna send a sending message to Madame Delacour about all the information that's happened here.
Okay. What is your message exactly? Because I believe I only have a limited amount of words I can reply.
Where's our location again?
You're southwest of Paris.
Yeah.
Second sanctuary. Assumed second sanctuary.
Okay.
The Hag.
There's two forests, but I'm not finding them in my notes. Sorry.
Okay. Arrived at second location X, which would be the name. Fought and destroyed Hag. Met Madame Anifete. All seems well. 15 words.
Okay.
I think you have 25?
Yeah, 25 total.
But if she goes back again, I can use
Gotcha.
As she says, Sonya, it is very glad to hear your voice. A hag. Too many questions. I'm glad you're alive. Sorry for her coldness. I hope your next adventure goes as quickly as this one.
Contact Anifete. She may need provisions, but we will travel soon. Message again later.
She says, I'll see if the mirrors work. And that's all. Well,
I'm going after Sonya tells us what happened, what the whole conversation was about. I'm gonna say, so Grindelwald basically threatened them that if they set foot out of this house, they'll they'll be aligning with the humans. Is that
Yep.
what?
Mostly
Wow.
they'd be aligning with the humans, and they would be therefore
Muggles.
enemy of his. Yeah. She said they were here a few weeks.
Are we still looking for the daughter? The Madame's daughter?
I don't think she's at
Uh,
this location.
Yeah,
is
she's
she?
at the more north, I believe.
Okay, I wasn't
that-
sure if that was here or not.
Yeah, that's correct, right, Jesus?
From the
The
since
daughter.
Leon has the map, but that's the last conversations. Yeah, she's at the furthest location.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure we were remembering correctly.
Should we ask them if they have heard from her or know if she's okay, since they're a little closer than the other one?
Or the other
other
place in
sanctuary.
general.
Let me ask Zopi, since he's just right there. I feel like he'll be more responsive to us.
So you open the door and you see a house elf just there. Yes.
We're like, Neff, you talk to him.
Soapy, we were just wondering if you had overheard, or if you know if anybody here has had contact with the other, what is it called? Like the other
Sister sanctuaries.
sister sanctuary north of here.
Zopi is not allowed to listen in. Zopi gets hit if he listens in. The mirrors don't work.
Mirrors don't work. Sorry to hear that, Zopi. Would you like some food? Or a hug?
Or a sock.
When you say
Or
that,
s-
as he kind of sets away from you, Zopi doesn't like your treachery.
treachery? Okay, I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable.
Steps away an inch more.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to. Okay, I'm just gonna stop now. I don't think he likes me, guys.
As you're closing the door, you hear her complain about, I don't understand those wizards. Assuming you all heard the information, and yes, he spoke in common to you guys.
Thank God.
Yeah. Anything specific that any group wants to do, or are we just resting?
I pinged the guys about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm assuming we're gathered around the campfire, getting ready to tuck down for the night. And I'll look to the other guys and be like, so if I'll look to Leon and say there were 3 markings on that map, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we dealt with the first one, albeit unintentionally. Dealt with the second. I assume with the blue chick, the hag, and now we're potentially on our way to deal with the third. And what was the third one?
Yeah, what was the third one?
The symbol, one of them, like, I don't know, it just looked like a symbol to me. It looked kind of weird.
I don't recall who was the person that got it correct. But it was an alchemic equation representing Chimera.
Oh fuck, I think it was Bones. My gut says bones.
I'm sure you
but-
guys have discussed things along the way.
Yeah, more than likely. So the third one, the chimera. If this hag could do this, I don't even know what a chimera is. I've never run into one of those. What are we in for? Like, Griswold's got the mask off because he knows y'all. Like he's personable with y'all. Like, he doesn't need to obfuscate his identity. But what's up, Leon?
You said nobody really knew what a chimera is.
I said I didn't know, like, personally. Like I've never run into one.
With my little adventures, I don't know. Like, would I know if or studies? So, like, can I roll?
So it's not. I mean, you can roll history, but it's not.
Disadvantage or something, or what?
What?
With disadvantage or something, or what?
No,
Or just a really stupid DC.
I mean, no. Just you can just roll history.
22.
22. So, first of all, it is classified as a level 5 on the danger skill for mythical creatures. As I am pulling up notes that I should have had open already. By what was the number again?
22.
22. Okay.
Actually, it's 23. So sorry, it was 19 plus 4. I math wrong.
The original chimera, it's a Greek creature that is descended from the head of a lion with the body of a goat, and then a snake's tail. Since then, monstrosities have been bred, and the reason why chimeras are so dangerous, and not usually kept in captivity. Usually, they're just captured and killed. Is because they have a very odd and unique ability to be created from all sorts of creatures. Basically, overbreathing them, but with anything you can imagine. You want to give it acid breath, you can do so. You want to give it a gorilla's strength, you can do so. You want to give it wings of a bat, you can do so. These creatures have been morphed with alchemic perfection to pretty much be all sorts of things. Owning a chimera is incredibly illegal. Yeah, these are dangerous beasts. They are horrible, dangerous beasts.
Then, yeah, I'll tell Griswold that well, chimeras are very dangerous. Threat level 5, I believe.
What's a threat level 5?
Ministry, it's very dangerous.
Well, what's the scale
say
at
that.
it? Like is 5 the highest? Like
Yeah, is 5 the highest?
I'm actually trying to figure that one out.
Is it out of 6? Out of 10?
Are we talking hurricanes? Like, what's going on here?
They're higher on the scale than Nuntus as the threat level.
I don't think Griswold fought the Nundu when
No, you know that they're horribly mad beasts, though.
Yeah, fair. Okay. Griswold's just like kind of shifting about in his chair, or not chair, but like on the ground they sit, and just kind of great. Just great.
And
okay.
yes, 5 is the highest.
So, five's really bad.
Yeah.
And the last one had this this thing.
Just so you know, because of the recent encounters, Leon, rune spores are 4.
Okay.
So
Then I'll say that was like the rune spores we battled was at least by a level 4. And if we're battling a chimera, it's a level 5. That's a lot more dangerous than probably what we have encountered so far.
They're considered more dangerous due to the unpredictability of what it could be.
So that being said, I'll look to Jericho and be like, "You're a little unpredictable in the whole in the whole shifting department. You got any idea how we could approach this?" No? Ah, shit.
Oh. I mean, if we have to, we have to, but like, no stupid ideas. Be like super careful.
But how will we be the Order of the Broken Moth if we don't do stupid ideas?
There's
Leon is saying that as a joke, but with
Griswold
truth on it.
Counter having coined the term, well, not coined, but probably like the spiritual successor to the term originated from Paris, saying there's a time and a place for stupid ideas, and if this thing's more powerful than Mamiwata could have been, maybe that's not the best time and place. How great do you think it is inside?
Probably more warm than here and less wet.
As
Move closer to the
coincidentally,
fire.
this would be that time in the movie where like it pans over and you girls are hearing just lutes and violins being played and clapping and cheering.
A little quick cut to just like, we are entirely out of our element.
While we're all sitting, while the three of us are sitting down outside, I'm gonna shift while no one's looking. Back, at least I'm a little warm with my fur.
Aww.
Oh my god, using it for warmth.
No.
That's adorable. Not
is
gonna lie, that's adorable.
Like I do have a bonfire up,
Mm-hmm.
and what I was trying to do basically with like the broken barrels, other than using it as firewood or whatever, was to basically have like a little shield for the wind so that it won't blow the
Sure.
bonfire.
Okay.
That's what I was kind of trying to
Yeah, and since the wind is blowing kind of above, yeah, you guys have it's not a fun night, but you will be fine at the end of it. You know
Yeah.
you will. You're a ranger. You've dealt with this. This is not your favorite environment, but you know you're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
I've been
Like,
lost in the
Griswold
woods.
might catch a cold.
No, I've been lost in the woods before in Scottish lowlands. Like,
Yeah, you're okay.
Like-
Yeah,
I'll be fine.
you're fine. So,
Mentally stunted, but fine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, I was just basically gonna say like, I believe Jericho said you want to take the first watch.
Yeah, I think we'll.
I guess let's just try to rest up, and so we can move on in the morning and see what we have to deal with up north.
I'll look to Jericho and say, you probably don't have to go far. You probably just turn around right here, still be close to the fire. Like we've got this short cliff behind us, and the house is above us, so it's reasonably naturally defensible, I'd say. Like, probably just look out that direction and still be warm somewhat. Stay close.
You know my dad.
Fair.
You don't know that.
I am definitely not your dad. I can say that with full sincerity.
Well, we are your professors.
That is true. We've got some sort of authority, albeit granted by the Ministry or Dumbledore or whoever you will.
professor.
I mean, I think we've done good so far in this teaching expedition. None of you have died, and
If
we've
that's the merit of success.
albeit cold, we're at least like well fed and a little warm in the coldness of France, in the middle of a Muggle war. I'm sorry, I'm gonna shut up now.
You guys may have the authority, but you can't control my free will. I'm gonna get up and walk away.
Oh my god. I'll look to
And
Leon and be
the-
like, should we just let him take watch where he wants to go, or should we like try and
I was
keep
like,
him close?
The angst
We're-
is there.
We're in France, not America, right?
I-
Do what you want.
I've never been to America, so yeah, I mean, do what you will. Americans, eh?
Maybe he is. He just wants that freedom.
So,
I have all the freedom.
all the freedom in the world, America. Ladies, is there anything specific that you guys want to do before we move into the next morning?
You went to the rest.
Oh, okay, no problem. So we'll say that you guys, since you made a fire and everything, everybody successfully takes a long rest, recover full HP.
I was gonna say, like, if it matters, I was gonna take second watch or whatever.
I appreciate that. Jericho would have taken his first watch, and then eventually you would have done the second, and everything would have been fine. You guys recover half your hit die if you expended any. So, the next morning, before Leon wakes up, and so therefore before anybody else, Sonya, Nev, and Bones, you do hear a knock, just two, and then immediately the door opens, and you see that floppy-eared house elf. Looks like you got to go. And if there is anything that is unmade, or any bags that are out, or like a book, or anything that needs to be placed somewhere, you see that he just snaps his fingers, and everything goes to its right place. Your backpacks get zipped, the bed gets folded, your sock gets pulled up a little bit more to be perfectly fitted.
Sweet, my shock.
And as the door is open, he's just looking at you guys. And then after a couple of seconds, not enough to give you, not enough to give you like proper time to register what's happening. He extends his hand like you're taking too long.
I guess we should go, guys.
When you say that, he shakes his
That's
head.
the exit.
Yeah.
And as you guys are doing so, you see very few fellows walking around in nightgowns, but gorgeous, perfect sequins and sparkles here and there, carrying what looks to be like warm tea or heated up milk throughout. And as the Zupi opens the door to the cold air, and you guys see a little bucket full of gooseberries. As he kind of grabs one and eats it. Magic. And kind of grabs, he just moves his finger, and all the berries lift up, and as he's almost like he's holding it with his fingers as they're floating above him, and he closes the door.
Do they wake up to the three dudes cuddling each other?
We're doing a quick pace. They're not gonna see us immediately.
Now you guys are out in the open. Really, the sun is just like rising. Like it's half of the forest is still dark.
Is it still windy?
Not
strong?
so much. No,
Blizzard?
no, not definitely not a blizzard. Not so much of them. It's cold. Mornings are cold. This is colder. It doesn't take long for you guys to figure out where your comrades are. So what do you guys do?
We're gonna look at our comrades.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Are they
If
spooning?
we're cuddling, I call the middle.
Yeah.
You
No,
see,
Jericho will definitely be the middle because two professors are protecting the student.
you see a couple of professors hugging their students.
Yeah, it's on the
And-
heat, Mom. I swear, you have to excuse me.
Neff is literally gonna go, oh, look at this!
With that
Yes.
high pitch,
Yeah,
I
I'm
will wake
gonna-
up and it will
Okay.
like, oh, nothing happened.
I'm gonna run over there and bear hug him.
Riz is violently
Yes.
rolling over and just like reaching for a staff and be like, oh, it's just y'all.
You hear the crunching of the
Yes,
snow
as long as he
and
sees any of them laying down, he's gonna kick them. Like it's time to get up.
with a nice kick, a warm hug, and a high pitched squeal. You guys wake up, gather. I'd say for for expedience, you guys could retell the information you learned from both parties. Gather up your breakfast, roll up your bedrolls, everything you need to make your travels to continue going up north. Unless there's anything specific that you guys want to RP, we're gonna move to the next forest essentially.
I should have.
Mhm.
I should have disguised myself.
Nah,
Oh well.
Oh, just so the party doesn't see you.
No, not that. So I can go in the cabin.
Oh, yeah.
So you could be a girl.
oh my god.
No,
Um,
Leon is saying that because he's very cold, even with his leather jacket.
As you guys are getting everything ready and you are leaving, you see that the smaller house, you see as it opens and Avella looks around and then says something inside, looks at you, waves, and then a hand grabs that. This is a younger Avella. Grabs that hand, like puts it down. It looks like they're scolding them for waving at you guys, and then close the door.
Like, quickly go.
When I see that, I'll wave back, but with my fairies.
Okay. This
Magic hat.
young girl looks and when the fairies come out, she's like almost like ah, and then definitely gets like oh.
Drawing a stark
Straight from-
contrast, I'm going to wave and try to do it with spores, but not from remembering that spores are invisible because I'm not awake yet. And my mask is on and everything.
This young fella saw you guys, and you guys made a huge impression on her, and she loved everything that you guys were doing, but got told quickly, no, behave, essentially. It will take you guys a couple of days to travel to the upwards forest, as you guys are going to be taking more of the back roads, and the forest is starting to get. It's still snowing, but definitely not the high winds at all. The nights are cold. The days are filled with pretty rivers and the changing of the trees starting to see some green in them. And as you're walking into the nearby forest, you start seeing that the terrain starts changing a little bit. More stone, more rock. Hills start to appear, and it's definitely wouldn't be considered a forest anymore. As you guys are going to this mountainous terrain, I would like for you guys to tell me how are you going to find this next location. As you are in the forest, as you look at a map, it's
And my wand.
okay.
Yeah, I was just gonna be like, hey Leon, what's true north again? I think we're supposed to be going like what, northwest, something like that. I assume.
This way.
As you look at the map and use your wand, it says you're here. You're in the right woods.
Does Leon know the name of this forest?
Technically, I have it somewhere.
Okay, well, I'll just pretend you told me, and then
Insert name.
I'll look around. Are there any trees? Maybe an oldish looking patch of grass, something that I think might have been here long enough that it might know the name the human address it by.
Yes. The answer is yes to that.
Okay, I'll cast Speak with Plants, and just walk up to whatever I found. Probably a tree, more than likely an older looking tree. I mean, like, and this will be in common. I'll say, so, hi. Sorry, it might have been a while since someone spoke to you last. What do the humans call this forest?
I mean, I think by this point it might be better if I just Google National Park France and then see the one that is right next to I'll just do that because there's a large lake next to it.
Oof.
National.
Hey, at least you've got a good geographical identifier. You're not like completely in the dark. Go you, Jesus, working on the fly.
Work on the fly. So you will get an answer. It'll be a word.
Insert name here.
Insert name here, as it will definitely tell you what it's called.
The insert name here forest. That's a little bit of a tongue twister. Sounds typical for the French. No, I'm kidding. But I'm sorry, French people that might be watching. My bad.
That's not the name of it. Okay, so due to me losing my OG notes,
insert name here forest. Yeah. Got you. That's what we're calling it now. Okay, and
insert name here.
I'll note just for the DM as we wander deeper in here. The more Grizz sees stuff that starts looking off, given the conversation with the Chimera about the Chimera, the more nervous in body language.
Once you get into this forest, this technically slight mountainish area, you don't see anything off. You don't see anything weird.
Yeah, just some dude in a plague mask talking to a tree. No big deal.
I mean, it might be
the usual.
Erkins. Maybe that's the name of it. Yeah. Don't know if there we go. That's another one. Don't know if I can actually use this image, but I will place it in our chat. So you guys have a little bit more visualization of what this place looks like. Yeah. So Edkin would be the name of this park.
Okay. Nice.
Okay.
Chopper.
Whoa, that's some echo. I'll look back to the tree and be like, has anything odd passed through here? Have you any of your brethren seen anything really weird? Maybe an older wizard, kind of. I think he's blonde-ish, kind of creepy looking. Talking about how, like, Muggles are inferior. Anything like that.
Genocide.
Yeah, just usual breakfast conversation. Just chilling.
Nothing weird have we seen.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you. I'll look back to Leon and company, and say, yep, we're definitely in the right place. Now we just need to dial it in and figure out where to go from there. Bear in mind, Speak with Plants is still active, so if that tree has anything to say, even if I'm not directly addressing it, it more than happily can, so long as I'm in range.
Okay.
But,
really won't say much, to be honest. Okay. It's as the contrast between the dark browns of the mountain range and the white of the snow and the just peaks of green here and there. It looks pretty nice. You guys walk around, kind of looking and looking. Eventually, you find a large, cold and freezing if you explore it, but a crystal blue lake. Just kind of maybe in the center, kind of offish. But yeah, it's peaceful. It's nice.
Okay.
What do you guys do?
I'm either going to use my nature or my survival to help direct us forward, I guess.
Sure. Yeah. You guys tell me what you're doing. You see nothing out of the ordinary. You're in the right forest, apparently. All right. Which one are you doing? And roll.
I guess survival.
Okay. Roll me survival.
Okay. So 17.
17. Okay. Alrighty. As you're kind of looking throughout, you guys have discussing the Chimera. You guys have been in the regional effects that the Hag had, the Fae had. I mean, it doesn't look like this place is being disturbed at all. Nothing looks out of place. Nothing looks, no paw prints or footprints or any tracks of beasts or anything that are misplaced, like, at all. You thought you had a lead, but it just turns out to be a large cat that eventually got scared and ran off after it tried to puff its chest. But nothing came out of this bobcat.
Aww.
I guess.
And then, after like maybe an hour of just searching, and you feel like you're about to go in a circle, you get a whiff in the air. The residue of arcane fragments. That just unique smell of a spell. That uniqueness of like, there's magic in the air.
It's like the crackling in the nose, like that kind of sensation. I guess, like, I assume this hits all of us at once.
Well, at the moment, it's just Neff.
Just Neff? Okay.
Yeah, since she's the one that rolled the survival.
Point it out. I'm gonna be like, guys, I smell something.
And with that, enough description of it, you guys all like, oh yeah, that's like the aftermath of a spell gone bad type of thing.
Oh, great.
When she does that, I'm gonna go towards her direction. And I'll do my roll for investigation and just see if anywhere in the surrounding area I could see the effects of it.
Okay.
Are we in the mountains?
You are technically the mountains, yes. This is
mountains.
Yeah, this is mountains.
I was gonna look to Leon because I think this is gonna factor into what he wants to do, and I'm gonna be like, Leon, I'm just gonna like bonk my staff on the ground and be like, do the thing.
Yeah, that's
roll me investigation. Sonya.
Julie, do the thing. Yeah, I'm gonna do the thing.
Okay. Do the thing, and then Sonya, tell me what you get.
That was a nat 20 plus my 13.
Okay, on investigation.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
as you're looking and trying to investigate the smell, yep, that's a spell that was casted. Now, I don't know what that is or where it came from, but there sure is a lot of spells. Maybe hexes? It's a lot of things. But you don't really, with investigation, just on the smell itself, you don't really get much other than there's probably more than one thing happening right now. Charms and hexes for sure. And this park is small. Smaller than you think. Maybe you thought maybe the map was drawn wrong, but nope, it kind of feels small.
I'll relate that to whoever is near me.
And you all get that information.
So are we potentially, like, caught in something? Maybe, I don't know, some kind of, like, fuck, Groundhog Day hasn't come out yet.
You and the
You know
Groundhog
where-
comes out.
When
Not
my
yet.
when my grandson's born, there's gonna be a movie. No,
Explain the whole process and plot of Groundhog. That you know that feeling.
so you're just gonna be like, and I thought I could see the future.
Leon, were you gonna do a thing? Sorry.
Yes,
Yes.
primal awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Favored terrain 6 miles.
So primal
Aberrations,
awareness.
vessels, dragons, elementals, fays, fiends, or undead. Present within 6 miles because favored terrain.
Nothing. As you see,
Wow.
Leon grabs his wand and puts it on the ground, and you see that a powerful glow comes from it, and his eyes glow with the innate magic of his preferred terrain, knowing everything within all these mountains, the stones, the boulders, how it contrasts with the trees. Yeah, nope. In 6 miles, none of those things exist.
Oh,
Yeah. It's
I
like,
guess
well,
Okay, go ahead, Leon.
No.
Leon.
with what happened in the past with the other sanctuaries that we're trying to go to, I didn't sense a ping of Fae or anything. Maybe we're not fighting something like that, or maybe it's not here anymore. But because it is the mountains, I can detect things on a larger scale, but I didn't detect anything.
I guess I'll look to the party and be like, do we want to try the clairvoyance thing? Griswold's just saying we formed up and Sonya's eyes turned a weird color and she started being able to see things from a certain distance out. Do we want to try that again, maybe?
I could, but like from what I'm smelling and what's in the atmosphere right now, like it might just be wizards fighting against each other, or someone's doing some kind of magic that I honestly don't want to be part of.
I mean, fair. I guess Griswold, in kind of annoyance, because we've been walking for like what, an hour? This is the first like whiff of anything we've come across.
Yeah.
And him being a little bit paranoid and kind of out of his elements, going to cast Speak with Plants again,
Okay.
and just kind of go up to a tree and be like, "Hey, have we been walking in circles, by any chance?" Just
You keep going back in the same route. I would say it's a circle, yes.
did we ever perceive we were going in circles, or
Not really. Not until just now that you're noticing it. No.
is this the tree talking back to me? I guess.
No, this is the DM responding to your awareness.
Oh, because that's the question I was addressing to a tree.
Oh. So you're asking the tree if you...
I am asking the tree if it has perceived us walk in circles.
Oh, sorry. I misheard. I thought you said, did
Yeah,
you
no,
perceive
I
yourself walking in
cast-
circles?
I
Yes.
cast
The tree did say you are walking in circles. I thought the second question was, did I understand I was walking in circles?
No,
As
I was asking the tree that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yes, you all have not perceived that, but the tree does reply with, yes, you have been walking in circles.
Huh. I'll turn and that conversation happened in common. I don't feel like being weird about it.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna.
what's up, Leon?
Go ahead. If continue what you're trying to say.
I was just gonna be like, the tree says we're walking in some kind of loop. Is there any chance we're absolutely caught in something, and maybe we just hit the perimeter of it, and we're just now getting a whiff of it, or something like that? Like this could be weird.
I'm gonna look at my map and my usual tracking thing with the map and the wand. It's like I'm in the mountains. Usually, I don't get lost in mountains, but I think this we're getting lost because there's a magical field here.
And as
It's an
I
assumption,
wanna-
but I'm not sure.
as Leon says that, which is actually a really good assumption.
Yeah.
Uh,
My favorite terrain.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, you actually can't. You literally cannot get lost by natural means. It's
Yes.
kind of your thing. So the fact that you didn't notice you were going in circles, heavy says that there's something tricky. Before Neff, one little thing. Sonya, as you see Griswold speaking to the fellow tree there. Leon kind of wondering and recalling his expertise and not in a boastful manner, but as a fact of his skill. So you do see maybe about 100 feet from where you are, just like a ripple in the air, and then nothing. As in, like, the trees are still there, the wind's blowing, you see the bird flying throughout from a ripple just in the air, but not affecting anything, but some sort of like just very clear, transparent, just a ripple in the air. Yes, Neff.
Earlier when Leon was talking about not sensing anything, because he was saying in the past he was able to sense, Fae or something. Would, and this is going to be, I guess, up to the DM, or a roll or something, would Neff know that a chimera is a beast and not necessarily Fae?
I mean, you can roll me history or nature. Okay. That one's up to you.
Nature. Okay. Aha! Dirty 20.
I would say that you know that a chimera, one of the few things that you like. I remember this.
I remember this, guys.
Yeah, chimeras are actually they're not considered beasts. They are mythical beasts, like mythical creatures, for sure.
Right.
It does not fall under the category of fae, or apparitions, or dragons. They are in a broad category of mythical creatures.
Gotcha. And I'm gonna say, guys, it's a mythical creature. It's not a.
As Neff says that, towering over all of you guys.
I'm gonna pull my hat down and be like, I'm so smart.
Beautiful. Flawless delivery.
Flawless.
When Sonya sees that ripple, she's gonna cast the invisibility just for the heck of it.
Okay. Yeah, as you cast it, I actually don't know. 1 second.
These are no creatures and objects.
Yeah, I think you won't be able to see anything.
Okay.
Oh, that's the spell was different in 5th edition. Yeah, no. You cast see invisibility as you put your wand towards your eyes, and a spell kind of shapes into them. You don't see anything. Nothing's invisible. At least
I was gonna ask. It's gonna last an hour, by the way.
Yeah. Okay.
I would probably, after talking to the tree and realizing and hearing Leon saying he never gets lost in the mountains, for lack of a better word, I know it's fuck, I don't know where my mic cut out at, but I guess I'd kind of see Sonya do or I'd notice what the party's doing. their professor.
Mhm.
I'd see Sonya do the spell, and I guess I'd assume it's clairvoyance, even though I know it like as a player I know it's not. And I'd be like, hey, have we been walking around the lake? Like, this is just total gut instinct. And be like, look there. Just out of like kind of paranoia starting to set in. Like he's getting more and more nervous as the situation.
I'm gonna be like, I just saw a ripple like in the corner of my eye. Like, I haven't done clairvoyance yet, but I think I should do it. So I'm gonna cast clairvoyance, and whoever's near me, I'm gonna put my arm on their shoulder because I'm gonna use for sight.
As you also cast clairvoyance, and you are looking within the 1 mile radius. You see the park. You see the lake. You see the trees. You see the animals running by. I'd say with all this, you can roll a perception, but you don't see anything weird. Just a forest.
31.
31. Okay.
I got another same dice. I got another 20.
Let me describe to you how you see a molecule. As you're looking around, it something's off. Like everybody can notice that, but you're not seeing anything weird. You haven't seen anything that it's invisible. Your clairvoyance, you haven't seen anything. As I 100% reading the spell again just to make sure. You can be business sister from this place. Clairvoyance, right? That's the spell you're using?
Yes.
Okay. Or an obscure location familiar to you. Just since remains a place for the duration of the spell. When you cast the spell, you choose hearing. You can see the chosen sense in that space. For that, you choose between a creature that can see senses such as seeing visibility, can see. Okay, but that's just seeing the orb. Okay. You don't see anything weird, which in of itself is weird. Yeah. And then you started noticing one thing. You are seeing the same rabbit run through the same tree several times in a row. It hops off from one end of a tree, runs, sniffs a stone, hides behind a stone, and then about 20 seconds later, that exact same rabbit hops off of the tree, runs over to the stone, sniffs the stone, turns around. You count again. 20 seconds later, a rabbit runs from a tree, behind the tree, runs over to the stone, sniffs it, hops on it, turns around. Then you start seeing a woodpecker peck at the same speed, continuously. The wind keeps blowing in the exact same pattern, continuously, almost repeating every 20 seconds or so.
Okay, I'm gonna just, whatever I say, I'm gonna be like, it's like we're in a loop or something. And then I'm like, okay, whatever time I have left, I'm gonna take my seeing eye dog here and point us to a direction on where to go, so we can try to get out of here from my mile radius.
You're seeing this happen towards where that ripple was.
Yeah, I'm gonna go, I guess, towards the ripple then.
Okay.
So walking with her.
Okay.
I guess we're moving as a group.
Okay. As you guys are moving, you're not seeing what she's saying, to be honest, until you get to where she's at, and then she points it out blatantly, like physically. Look at that rabbit move. And then it's weird that another rabbit popped out there, but after the third, fourth time, yeah, this is a very large loop, like a massive size loop that you guys are in right now.
All right, Griswold's officially freaked out. It's gonna put away the staff, the moss staff, and reach into bag of holding and think bird collar, and just bird collar staff out and trigger.
As you do that, you'll see the birds fly from behind you, starts going towards you, and recall, because of time, we're 4 minutes away from hard cutoff. I will say that as that is happening, please remind me next game that you have the bird collar staff out. I will see if that changes anything. Okay. And as you have the bird staff, as you see an array of jays and woodpeckers and an owl or two that will appear, maybe circle around. You are still within this loop, and it is only happening in front of you.
Neff is going to say, so we're obviously in some sort of loop or something. Is there some sort of magic that maybe did this, or something like that?
It's definitely magic.
I figured, but I don't know.
No,
is there some way to break it?
Leo's just a little upset because we're in a magical mountain.
And
Like Leon first.
Oh, can Sonya go towards the ripple
Sure.
and reach her hand out to it?
Yeah.
Bad idea, but we're doing it.
As you do, you see your hand go like it. I mean, nothing really happens. Your hand kind of goes forward, and like that's where the ripple was. Extend it. Gonna move it. It's there. Roll me perception. Sonya, you can roll me perception.
20.
20. So you kind of extend your hand past where the ripple is, and you just see your hand moving in the forest. You know, there's depth. There's things you can walk to. You don't hear anything. You don't see anything. But your fingertips feel. There's a heat coming from it, and almost like a slight sting on the tips of your fingers.
Okay. I'm going to retract my hand.
And you do so. If anyone has one more action, this will be the last of the night.
I got nothing, man. I'm stumped.
Is the rabbit right in front of us?
It will continuously go. You can position yourself to be in front of that rabbit if you see.
What's the distance?
It will be maybe 20 feet from you to your right, and it will pass right along your feet.
Is there anything 600 feet away from me? I'll shoot.
Nah, like Grizz is getting more and more like weirded out by the second.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna look at the rabbit looping, and then look like he's winding up on still with the bird collar staff because it's what he has out. And on the third loop, as it's going to jump to the rock, I'm gonna throw a thorn whip at it.
Okay. And as you do, you all see as the thorn whip literally strikes stone and goes right through the rabbit. Not killing the rabbit, it goes through the rabbit, impeding it completely, not stopping its motion. It sniffs that stone, hops underneath, and then disappears in the exact same spot as always.
Just going to shout, motherfucker! Just what?
As this happens, I will leave the game with one note. You don't see anything, but you will hear for a fraction of a second, a round technically, you hear a man screaming, "Leave!" And as he screams, behind the scream, you hear something being muffled, as only like someone just turned on the mic and turned it back off immediately. You hear a but you see absolutely nothing other than just the forest. And that is where we're going to end tonight's game, in a peaceful, looping forest with a crystal blue lake in the middle of France.
Terrifying.
With nothing behind, just woodpeckers and owls and looping rabbits.
Looping rabbits.
But yeah, we have passed our hard cutoff point. So thank you guys so much for watching. Our wizards and witches have defeated 2 guardians that Grindelwald has, at least 2, that Grindelwald has persuaded to keep an eye on these fellas. And supposedly Chimera as the 3rd. Hearing an odd, ominous roar in the nothingness that is this forest. We'll see what they do. With our wands out. I'm waiting for everybody. Assuming Sonya and Jericho have their wands out.
Yeah.
With the wands at the ready, we'll say adios. Bye, everybody. Please be safe. Please be kind to each other. We need that in this time.
Bye.
Bye.